cross my mind.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. After yesterday, I'm bringing something back that goes back generations.
All right, what happened?
I'm sure you could probably understand. I've been dressing differently, and Mr. Wesley's been dressing the same.
Sure.
There's a group of individuals. They call themselves the Dappers.
Dappers. Okay.
You ever heard of the cadre?
Cadre, that's them Italian hierarchy. No, not Italian. Sounds Italian.
No, that's not Italian. That's Spanish, if anything else.
Well, yeah,
actually.
Fuck it. Got my shit mixed up. Yeah, I know what the cadre is roughly.
Well, anyway, they don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
The Dappers are the ones that will take care of business when law can't and civilians can neither. This is something that has been around for generations upon generations. And I put the ties away and the rings away because I wanted to let it die peacefully.
Right.
But I see more and more every day in the crossing, there needs to be an in-between. Not just law and not just outlaw.
I think he's wearing the shotgun Alish gave him.
Between.
And
that's what the Dappers are. They're the ones that will hold the law accountable and the criminals. You better not be dropping no fucking bombshell on me. I already have enough on my fucking plate.
No, you silly. I was expecting the worst.
Expecting the worst about what?
That was just a terrible joke. No, I just want you to kind of just listen to me this one time, all right? It's just something that I just want to get off my chest, so. I did a lot of thinking last night, and it was over some things that I've thought about before, and honey, you know that I love you. That ain't gonna change. I love you with all my being, and sometimes it drives me crazy how much I do. And what you're doing with the Dappers reminds me a lot of my reasoning of what I did a couple months ago. And you're familiar with that. The only reason that I acted the way I acted that night was because, you know, as I was bleeding out in the streets, you know, she threatened every being of those that I cared about, told me that she would have me watch as she took out every single one of them. And I believe that's where I truly just snapped and just wanted to make my own justice, you know. So every time I would hear about, you know, the cadre, you know, how they haven't really fulfilled what they were supposed to do.
They are nothing.
Exactly.
Let's keep that very clear. They're
I
nothing.
know. That's what I was just about to say. And it makes me think that if they were something, maybe things would have gone a little bit differently back then, but doesn't matter. I just want you to know that what you're doing with the Dappers, what the cadre was meant to be, I support it. I don't want you to think that it's something that I'm hesitant on, because I know it can get ugly. But at the end of the day, though, you're doing it to protect those that you love the most, you know? Those who are actually...
Those that need protected.
Exactly.
Even people I don't know.
Those who actually are trying to make an honest living here in the crossing. And sadly are always squashed on by outlaws or even law themselves.
There's no in between. With the Dappers, there will be. The in between is not. And I appreciate you saying that because I was so worried after I popped the question and having this business. And I always said, I don't want to bring personal shit into business, and that will not happen with the Dappers. But it does concern me. I want nobody but you. You all I want. All right. And it warms my heart knowing that you support this. And even, I guarantee, if push comes to shove, you'll be right there by my side, hand in hand, ready to go through hell. I know that. This has to happen though, sweetheart. I don't want that to falter. I don't want that to damage anything that we've done.
And that's what I'm, saying is that it won't. Because I share the same values as you are right now. I can only wish that if the Dappers were around when things were going down with me and Ashley, I really wish that was the case because it probably would have made my life entirely different. But at the same time, I'm glad things happened the way they did. Because I could stand here and say that I do support what you're doing. And I ain't never going to try to change that. And even if I thought that I could, you and I wouldn't be engaged right now. But I took on this a long time ago. Because you have me and I have you, and that's how it's going to stay. Even to the day comes where I take my last breath.
Don't even think about that shit.
It's inevitable, hun.
What has to happen will happen. Don't talk about the last day. Because we have no idea when that is. So there's no need to talk about it. I'm glad you support me because I would have done this regardless. I'm a hard-headed man. You know that.
That you are.
But there are things that need to be done. There are people that talk a big game, but they don't provide. And that's what we're here for. As I can.
Bottom line though is Drew. As long as I have you, that's all that matters.
Well, sweetheart, you never not have me. Ever. Unless the good Lord calls me home. You will never not have me.
Oh, I hope if you don't mind if I let us see.
No, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
So why don't you well actually, first off, I didn't even think I caught your name.
My given name is Ezra Holder, but everybody calls me Bayou.
Bayou. Wait a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you and I met?
Yes, we have, Ms.
I was gonna say Bayou, like Bayou from Valentine. Oh
yeah,
my!
I shaved. I had to change my look up a little bit.
All right. I was gonna say I did not recognize you. You sounded quite familiar, but I was like, I feel like I met this man already. I apologize for that.
Oh, it's fine. I did my plan worked. Then if you can't recognize me, doing something right.
Well, with that being said, of course you can have the job, hun. I liked you from the minute I met you. You have a good sense of humor, which is something I feel like the city needs.
Finally, somebody understand. That's what got me in trouble now, apparently. Fragile egos, sensitive Nancy's down in Valentine.
Ah, so that it explains the move here to Saint Denis, I'm assuming.
Well, I've been bouncing all around to keep them from
Mm.
chomping at my ass, but that's why I'm hovering. Yeah. I was betrayed by the folks that I called friends in the bathhouse. Even some of them I called family. And apparently, with the fragile eagles down there at the bathhouse, specifically
Mhm.
Christine, Adelaide fucking Roach, Martina, and that bitch named Bobby lured me up to Bacchus, and long story short, left me for dead. Luckily, some kind-hearted folk found me and got me better.
Christine or Christina, isn't that the lady they call Mama?
Yep, that old.
Yeah, I was just about to say I never cared for that.
I
old
never
hag.
liked from the moment I seen her, but I was there for everybody else. My cousin Lily works at the bathhouse. My brother JJ. But
Oh shit! I
know.
did not know
Yeah.
that Lily and you were family.
Yep, yes, ma'am. Fortunately, she's unaware of what happened. She's out of state for the holidays, but I imagine when she gets, she's gonna step in a whole lot of shit.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bayou. You got the job, and I think you're very transparent, just like you said. You know, you have a great sense of humor, which is something that we need around here. And just by the looks of you, it looks like you like to take courtesy and integrity to when it comes to work. So don't you worry about.
I appreciate that.
Of course. Don't feel like you can't do something because you never done it. That's all right. We can always teach somebody. Somebody can always learn. So early hours where Drew and I are asleep.
Don't mind if I just smoke my pipe while I listen.
Yeah, she was just telling me how
Yeah,
that
that's
wagon
fine.
we was on that time was the best wagon, and your wagon sucked.
Now shut your mouth, Bayou.
Honey, it literally took me like probably 2 minutes into our conversation to realize this was Bayou. I didn't recognize his new look.
He's been through a lot of shit in Valentine. So
Yeah, I just gave her up to speed.
Mm-hmm. And I told him that he already has a spot here in the Bastille, and that, you know, I think you'll do great here. I have high hopes.